Stanford University, a bastion of academia and the alma mater of some of college football's most legendary figures, Elway, Luck, Sherman, and McCaffrey. And today, the Stanford Cardinal will try to live up to that legacy. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish, taking on a team from the Pac-12, the Stanford Cardinal. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. So Stanford's return man hardly helped out the offense with that one. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors and you've got to limit the penalties because those will kill you, Bob.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just for...
He's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on second down. Oh, it's a reverse. Across the 25, he's got room. Oh, look out. The 30. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Stanford. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Notre Dame's offense will get the ball for the first time. Typically, the last thing a defense wants is to have a backer on a wide receiver, but we may see some of that today, guys.
Typically, you don't see linebackers that can run like this guy, and that's why they feel okay letting him cover this dynamic wide receiver one-on-one.
Yeah, and feel okay, it's not going to be a good thing. You better get your hands on him early. Put your physicality, let that win. It ain't going to be your speed.
Looking to pass on second down. Takes the easy one to the back. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. Caught close to the marker. It's Davis. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's the handoff. Keeps the legs moving. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Last time these two got together, it was a tight one, Jesse.
Seems like every time these two teams play, the game just feels faster, right? Because it is a rivalry game. There's just a greater sense of urgency when we see these teams match up.
Yeah, the fans feel it. They know it. There's so much to it. They think about it all year long. We can talk about the next game on the schedule. They're always looking forward to this one.
Finds a soft spot in the middle. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Stopped after making the catch. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
Makes his connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. On second down, looking again to throw. Completes the shuffle pass. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highly...
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Irish! You know what? Methuselah lived 969 years. He was born and died in the amount of time it took them to walk it down the field and score that touchdown.
That's just so frustrating. Play after play after play, you line up, you try to do your assignment, and you fail, and they cap it off with a touchdown? Oh, Methuselah.
And he did get that extra point through the slippery surface, no problem. And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Bringing it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. The give to the left. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. From the gun, the ground game. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. He's looking to throw. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Well, that's a great job on the blitz, getting the sack. He's showing you his speed right there. And with that play, he's making some of the great Golden Domer linebackers of old proud. Guys like Manti Te'o, Jalen Smith. How about Michael Stonebreaker? One of the all-time great names.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Notre Dame! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick 6.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick 6. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And he is knocked down immediately after the catch. That punt coverage team had its hair on fire. Here come the Irish back on offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. They'll put it in play from the 41 on 1st down. This time they'll go to the running game. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Right, how about this offense? You think of this offense, you think of throwing the football and top 10 passing in all of college football, but the defense knew something, right? Like you could tell they were going to come out and run the football. They brought out the goal line, brought in some big boys, and really was ready for the run on that play.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, and they get the ball back, but that's just going to make it much tougher on this drive. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. He's looking downfield to throw. That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
Not a lot of good plays for 3rd in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
All the numbers and stats will show you going for it on 4th down in this area of the field really puts pressure on a deep. He's taking the shot. It's a big stride inside the 10. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
How do you not love the guts of this offense? 4th down, it's just another down, and what do? Stay aggressive, throw the football down the field, make the big play, get the big touchdown.
Lining up for the PAT. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Alabama looks like a legit title contender right now, which they kind of do every year, but man, this offense is rolling. They're up 14 over Auburn. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this one.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Well, obviously it's raining here in this game, and ball's slippery. I don't know if that slipped out of the QB's hands a little bit, but it certainly wasn't an accurate throw, and as a result, it ends up in an interception.
Great spot to start this drive for the offense. They'll try the run. And he'll pick up the 1st down after a tough run there.
Love the play call on the RPO, and you're just really trusting this running back to be able to make a guy miss and then get into the second level. The offensive line did their job, gave him a crease, but that was the running back making that linebacker miss in the hole before getting north.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Trying to push their way into the end zone on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Irish! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy has been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Lining up to add another. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. They're just about ready to kick it away. From inside the 10, here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quick.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Feeling some heat. Setting up the screen. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. From the gun, running back gets to give. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Well, that's a great job getting the sack on the blitz there. And one thing Notre Dame has always seemed to pride themselves on defensively is hard-nosed, tough football, especially in the front 7. And linebackers that can play downhill and not just make plays in the running game, but get in the backfield and blitz the quarterback. And you saw all of that from him right there.
I'm not positive, but that 1st down marker might be in the next county. Let's go! On 3rd and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. They get to him as he throws. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
He'll take any help you can get with that penalty yardage, but it's still 3rd and long. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. Takes it the other way. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. Look, a lot of time left. But there's a little bit of distance right now being put on the scoreboard.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're a defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. On target to the left. Makes the stop at the 32, and he picks up 10 on that play. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. On second down, he's looking downfield. Snags it over the middle. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job for him to.
And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the first down. Stanford lines up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. A high kick trying to pin them deep. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. It's third down now, and they ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. It's caught. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Looking to move it through the air. Swings it out to his running back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now on second down. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Pocket starts to collapse. Getting some heat. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning.
And the ball is picked off. Trying to take it back. At the 20. He goes out of bounds, but he just about did it himself. What a return after the interception.
Well, the defense was expecting pass on that one. 3rd and long. They dial up the perfect coverage and a great job in the back end, reading and reacting to the quarterback when the ball was in the air, coming away with a massive interception.
Here comes the rush, and they've got him wrapped up at the 28.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
These guys are bringing serious heat. They are like sharks swarming and just getting after the passer. Snagged in the middle, it's Bird. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Cardinal! defense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
The AT unit on the field. And the extra point is good. They still trail 35-14. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Alabama is putting on an offensive clinic, the likes of which we've seldom seen, and this program has had some legendary players. They're up by 28 over Auburn. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Quarterback checking off. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him, getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
They're trying to get to it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but
he hurls one deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that. You can show your exotic looks. You can get the pass rush going. Everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. He's got it, and they convert. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the first down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now, having given up multiple first downs on this drive. Somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleed.
And he intercepts it. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity.
Man, that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover one. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception, making the big play for this defense.
Pressure coming. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. He's back to throw on second down. And this one drops incomplete, but I think the defense jumped offside.
Offside. Defense.
Offense will take that. Free 5 yards every time. Bad discipline by the defense.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Throws to the tight end. He's got it. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they'll send out the field goal unit. He needs to make sure those mechanics are pure from the right hash and 40 yards away. Absolutely perfect. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks so much, guys. And I need not tell you, rivalry games always bring out a ton of emotion. And no surprise, we saw just that in the first half today. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
Stanford will boot it away to start this second half. Coming out with it, it's Newton. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here come the Irish back on offense. As they get ready to start this third quarter, think how big the lead might be if they'd taken care of the ball.
Well, the game might be over, Reese, but if you're on defense right now, you've gotten a couple turnovers early, and you're saying, okay, we're going to need to keep this up. We got to stay aggressive for us to have a chance to win this game, but we believe we can do it.
Yeah, you've already done it, so of course you're going to believe it. Keep playing fast, keep playing physical, and then tell your offense, hey, we need a little help over here. Can you help us out and put some points on the board?
Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
Nice job by the receiver there, running the drag route against zone coverage, finding the soft spot, making it easy on his quarterback to get the complete.
He lets one fly deep. And it's caught inside the 30. That's where they'll mark him down, but what a play there to pick up a first down. You know, the numbers for Notre Dame receivers aren't always prolific, but you think of Tim Brown, Rocket Ismail, Jeff Samardzija. They've had a lot of tremendous receivers. This guy fits right in that category.
Yeah, and when you think about those guys in Notre Dame history, those are all guys that you throw him near, they're going to catch it. And he seems to come up with the ball when it comes near him. I'm going to feature him. He's going to be the guy that I'm going to go after because I know if it's him on somebody else, if it's a 50-50 ball, it ain't 50-50 anymore. He's going to come down with it, and I trust him.
To the ground with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Yeah, a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays, but sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well, but if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Escapes trouble. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down.
He had nowhere to go with the football. You could tell surveying the field, somebody's got to get open to go make a play. Man, throw it up. Run it. Do something. You can't take a sack on 4th down. You got to give somebody an opportunity to make a play for them.
Now they'll run it to the right here. Still running at the 40. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. This offense just gets a bolt of energy when they get a play like that. Now they're in the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 20. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And that's a great job by the defense, understanding exactly the situation, understanding to stay home, play sound.
He'll take a shot. And it's intercepted in the end zone. No, he's out of bounds. Oh, so close to stopping the drive with a turnover in the end zone. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. He'll bring it out. It's Newton. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was promising at times, but stalled out, and they turned it over on downs, Jesse.
I think they got to do a better job here, just being better early in the downs. On first down, finding positive plays.
Yeah, and it's frustrating when you move the football and get stopped on the other side of the field and get no points. But they've had some success, and I like the aggressiveness. They just got to cash some of these drives in.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. The give to the back. And you can forget running in the middle against this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to pick it up with the pass. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball to force the incompletion.
On 4th down, going to the air. Makes the grab, and he's got the first. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
2nd down coming up. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. Excellent job working through the air. They're finding a hole in that defense and picking up a 1st down. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
Yeah, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmies and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run play action. Fires to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
He lofts one down the sideline. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Unloads to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. The Stanford offense making its way back onto the field. They're going to have to be more aggressive in this drive. You can't expect to win this one, David, kicking field goals.
No, especially when you're trailing. You got to have a little more urgency and maybe a little more aggressiveness, Jesse. And field goals are not going to get it done down the stretch.
Yeah, you're going to have to take some shots, no doubt. Bottom line, when plays present themselves, you just simply got to make it.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. To the end zone, and it's picked off. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soon forget.
They'll run the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 16. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Pulls it in. It's Davis. Finally run out of bounds, but he has his offense rolling with a first down. Inside a minute to go here in the third. Leaves it with the back. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, they'll run it. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
And as the game goes on, you're going to see this offense continue to use the RPO. That look was conducive to handing it off. The defense now is going to start putting more guys in the box to slow this running back down, and that's when the quarterback's going to have an opportunity to keep the football and make plays throwing.
And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the third quarter. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Soften him up with a run, now to throw. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Going the other way, and he's got room. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown, Stanford!
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the football looking great. Defense makes the big play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
They'll throw it on first down. A strike downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
What a weapon this guy is, right? The tight end position, not only can he get open, he can run away from people after the catch. He's a big dude, so he's hard to bring down anyway, but the speed is what makes him different.
Makes the catch and knock down. Tempo and overdrive. On second down, wants to throw it. Going for it all. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense. And the offense makes the tackle in frustration after the interception. Drive comes up empty, and it's a turnover. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Off play action on first down. Gets rid of it. Fires to the big fella. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. This offense has a second down play. The play action fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down. 4th down coming up. The Cardinal will have to boot it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fields the punt and tries to work it the other way. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll try again on 2nd down after the incompletion. He's looking to throw. Quick completion on the out route. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He's going to pass. Gets it out fast. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a 1st down.
This is so interesting right now watching this offense stay aggressive. They've got the lead in the 4th quarter, and you're thinking at home, we got to just run the ball and try to bleed the clock. They found something on defense they're taking advantage of. 2 straight completions. I won't be surprised if they throw it again.
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Trying to make magic with his feet. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
The quick out. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Nice job executing the 4-minute offense. You know, they practice this throughout the week, having a lead late in the game, running plays to just get enough to get 1st downs to stay on the field, and they are executing this 4-minute offense to perfection.
Coming after it. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. Pulls it in. It's Davis. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They're going to throw it on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And listen, the quarterback drops back, and he's going through his progressions. We see zone, but just couldn't do anything about it. This defensive line, this pressure, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground.
Wants to go up top. Lets it fly. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. We'll see how the offensive coordinator pieces together this drive down late in the 4th. They'll start this drive with a pass. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
Well, the defense has the opponent backed up in their own end, and they are pinning their ears back, getting after the quarterback. You see the athleticism and the speed they have up front as they're able to notch that sack.
A strong tackle and wrap-up from the junior. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Power football with the run. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
And you practice the 2-minute drill all week long, and you dream about making those big plays. And how about this defense coming up big, shutting down this offense? The offense has a chance to go make this a game, maybe go win the football game, and the defense does their job, does their part, makes the big safety, and now receiving the football and putting one nail in the coffin.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. He'll start this drive firing. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Motion from the offense. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to pass it on second down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. And here's the pick, and oh, did they need that right now.
Well, there's no quitting this defense, I'll give them that. Obviously, they're trailing here late in the game. It seems like the opponent's going to win, but still, they've got guys out there playing the way they're coached to play. They're playing with outstanding effort.
And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. He wants to throw here on second down. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. Knocked down quickly after the pick, but that offense says thank you very much, and they'll have it at the 43.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. He's got it on the right. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
Timeout, Stanford.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Got a man, it's Davis. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. He tries to take the top off. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
Every time we speak to defenses before they play this guy, they all know he's going to get the ball thrown his way. They always come up with creative and exotic ways to try to cover him in the back end, but they're never able to get it done. This guy just beats coverage time and time again, and with that last catch, that's now his 15th receiving score of the season.
Stanford has it back, the Cardinal offense returning to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now...
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And they're going to be in a world of hurt if they don't get this thing going forward here on second down from the 13.
Balls incomplete. Third down coming up.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on third and long. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it falls incomplete. But it could have been much, much worse as the defender was right there. Stanford lines up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field it close to the 50. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they almost had another one. Rare is the occasion when you're happy to see fourth down, but it's better than throwing another pick.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
The incomplete pass, fourth down, fails, and they'll turn it over. And here we go, final play of the game right here. Looking to go up top on first down. And the pass is incomplete, and this ball game comes to a close. There's a long and storied history of great games between these two rivals, and this chapter adds another to that legacy.
Really impressed by the poise by the winning team as well here. They weren't overhyped in this game. They came out, they looked prepared, they were calm, definitely confident. And David, they were able to go out and execute well enough to get this win.
And it's hard in these rivalry games with all the emotions running so deep. Like, you sometimes get overzealous. Sometimes you get too many penalties. It's hard to rein in your emotions, but they did. They kept it in check, and now bragging rights for a whole year.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.